Hey guys, welcome back. So you guys are probably thinking I'm looking pretty crazy, and I am. I have two different makeup looks on each of my eyes and on my lips. I just wanted to do something a little bit different today and include two different eye looks on each side of my face, but I didn't want to do like two eyes. I don't want to do two eyes, I just want to do one of each, you know what I mean? I just thought it'd be a really cool idea because today we're testing out the new Australis magnetic pans and palettes that they recently came out with. This video is actually in collaboration with Australis, so thank you so much to them for partnering with me on this. I'm very excited. Obviously there's been tons of like magnetic palettes and pans out from different brands before, but I feel like this is the first time that it's been like an Australian brand launched into like Priceline, like it's in the drugstore, and the fact that you guys can literally walk into Priceline and pick out like your own colors, your own contouring shades and everything, and then put them into your own palette and just kind of make like your custom palette for yourself, like what you want. I just think it's a really, really cool idea. So the magnetic palettes come in 3 different shades and they retail for $10 each. So you can get black, pink, or there's leopard print. The face pans are like $5 and then the eyeshadows are $4. So they're all really cheap. The plastic on the front is a little bit flimsy. I do have a little bit of a dent here where I've like dropped it on the floor and it's quite thin plastic, but I don't think it's like a big issue unless you're like, you know, frisbeeing your makeup around, which you wouldn't really be doing. And it is still going to keep the pans inside protected. But I did just want to let you guys know that. However, you can just pop into like your local Priceline and, you know, and like pick everything up, have a feel, see if you love it, see if you don't. And I think like that's the best part of these, is that you can go in store and touch them and look at them in person, whereas like online you don't really get to do that. As you guys can see, all the eyeshadows fit perfectly in here, which is awesome. But if you're going to get a full palette of face pans, just know that there will be a little bit of a gap and you can only fit 6 of them in here. So my recommendation to you guys is, if you only want to pick up a couple of things, just pick like 4 of your favorite face powders and then do like the rest with eyebrow powders and the eyeshadows. Or you can just do 6 of the face pans and then just put a couple of eyeshadows back here. I think you can fit like 3 in there. Basically today we're just going to be trying these out. I'm testing everything out on my face and just giving you guys like my thoughts and opinions throughout the video. So yeah, if you guys want to see how I created these looks, definitely stay tuned and keep watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and let's get started. I hate when I do stuff like that, it's so cringy. Let's just jump into the video. Alright, so I've already got my foundation and my brows done just because I'm doing a foundation first impression today. So we're just going to jump straight in with a little bit of cream contouring and highlighting, which you guys know I love. I'm going to use the shade Banana HC2. This is the little cream highlighting pan. And I've swatched this a couple times, but I haven't used it. I haven't used any of these products before, so I'm super excited. Pat it underneath my eyes like this. You know, brighten that up. Look at that, brightness. Brightness already. And then I'm just gonna leave that sitting for like a couple of minutes while I apply my contour. And I'm going to use the shades CC5 Hazelnut Cream and CC4 Mocha. So I'm gonna mix these together just to get like my perfect kind of contour shade. I like a really warm toned contour. I like it to more be like a bronzer, so it's not even like a contour really. I'm just gonna apply it like that on my cheeks. And then a little bit on my forehead, not too much. And I know it's just here. I like it to more just add like a little bit of like warmth to my face. And then I'm going to go in with the same same sponge that I used to blend out my foundation, and going to start patting out the highlight shade. This banana cream's nice. Look at that, bright. I like that. It definitely did a really good job of brightening up my under eyes, even though my dark circles are like hell. And then I'm going to go straight in and blend out the contour side, just with the same why am I saying weird words today? Same side of the sponge, because I feel like it just helps kind of blend everything out when you have a little bit of like other product on there. These creams are blending out super nicely though. Oh, look at that. Yes, honey. Oh, I really like these creams, hey. Oh, look at that. They blend out so pretty. So natural. yet you can still like see them on your face. And they seem to be pretty easy to work with too. Like, but blended out in like literally 2 seconds. They're not like a dry creamy, you know, like with some contour pans, they can be kind of dry and they can kind of pull off your foundation and you end up with just like a weird streaky line and then it blends everywhere around there, but not where you originally put it. I'm not sure if that makes sense, but that's literally like my biggest pet peeve with cream contour products. But yeah, these ones like seem to be really, really nice. I'm gonna dip into a tiny little bit more of that banana shade, just like the tiniest bit, just with the sponge. And I'm just gonna use it to clean up underneath my contour, just so we get like a nice sharp line. I really like that color. I feel like I'm going like this. I don't like the color. I really like that color because I like a really nice orangey sort of warm toned bronzer cream contour type of shade, but they do have cooler contour shades as well. I'm just going to lightly set my face with a bit of translucent powder, just give my face a nice light set, and then I'm going to try out some of the powder pans. And because we have used cream products today, I'm making sure to just like pat onto my skin because we do have quite a few cream products down, so I don't really want to like shift anything around. I don't know why I'm holding the brush like this. What the heck? So I'm now going to dip into HP5 Banana, which is the same shade that we just used underneath the eyes, but this is a powder shade. And I'm just going to, oh. What the hell? My dark circle just disappeared. Did it? Or is this one just worse? Hold up, let me check this. No, I think this dark circle is just a little bit worse. Okay, I was like, whoa. But that actually is really nice and brightening. Adjusting it, just, you know, the usual kind of areas. Just kind of brighten up underneath my eyes. I might even just put a little bit on my eyelids. And I am going to use a little bit of this in like the centers of my face, just anywhere that I want to have like a little bit more brightness to the skin, and just highlight a little bit. I forgot how much I love banana powder. It just kind of gives you like that Kim K kind of look. And then I'm going to jump in and add a little bit more bronzer because this is not a Kasey Rayton from YouTube tutorial if we don't use all the bronzer. Every of the bronzer. This is CP5 Hazelnut, which I'm pretty sure we just used that. Did we use that to cream contour as well? Yes, we did. Oh my god, twinning. I like a matte bronzer, in my little humble opinion. You can get shimmery bronzers in this little line as well. Like they do have like little pans and they've got like kind of shimmery finishes to them. It's actually a really nice bronzer color. It's kind of like the sun. Oh, I went a bit crazy on my nose. Hold on, let me just fix that up. For me, because I like such warm orangey sort of toned bronzers, I am like in love with that. I'll show you guys my little contouring kind of palette that I've made up. These are the kind of colors that I'll like, you know, switch between. As you can see, they're all very warm toned because that's just personally what I like, but there are cooler tone shades in the collection. So, you know, if you guys are like, whoa Kasey, you're looking a bit crazy orange, is okay. There are other shades. You won't look crazy orange. I'm then going to jump in with a little bit of blush as well. I think I'm going to use this shade in the middle here to start off with, and we'll see how that goes, which is BP6 Dreamy. I put all little shade names on the backs of mine because they didn't actually come with shade names on them, and I like need to know what ones I'm using so I can tell you guys. I'm so scared. I'm always so scared to put blush on my face. Oh, that's pretty. Because I'm really heavy-handed and I feel like I always stuff it up. It actually really reminds me of MAC's Warm Soul. Maybe just like a tiny little bit more pink, you know what I mean? And then anytime I go like a little bit crazy with like blush, I just go back over my face with my translucent powder brush, and it kind of just like diffuses everything. Now moving on to highlight, I've got these two. I dropped it, it landed on my leg. It's totally fine, I saved it. I have these two little pans that I want to try out. This one is HP4 Baby Doll, and this one is Peach Dreams HP5. So I'll swatch these. I'm just worried Baby Doll might be a little bit light. So this one is Baby Doll and this one is Peach Dreams. I think I might mix them because I'm worried this one might be a little bit too light for my skin tone. I'll go in with baby doll first, just to show you guys what it looks like on the skin, which is this little pan here. Oh, that's so pretty. Look at that. That's like a really like glow from within. Yes. I was worried it was going to be a little bit too light on me, but it's really pretty. I'm so sorry if you guys can hear the freaking roadworks. I don't understand. Like, when are they going to be finished? I've been living in this suburb for like 2 years now. Doing construction for 2 years. I'm not even kidding. It's the worst. So I'm just kind of applying this to like the high points of my face. Oh, goddamn. And then I'm going to go in with a little bit of Peach Dreams just on top of that. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's kind of just giving it a more like warmer toned finish. These are quite powdery highlight shades. They're kind of similar to like the Hourglass ambient lighting powders. So like they literally could be like a dupe for that. So these aren't like super shimmery, you know, like in your face kind of highlights. These are more like subdued and just like a little bit more natural. So like you guys can see, it still gives you like a bam, like in your face kind of highlight. But like when you look at it up close in person, it's just like, it looks more like your skin. It doesn't look like a stripe on your face, and it hasn't made my texture chunky, which is like amazing. You could probably finish off your face with this all over if you really wanted to, and it wouldn't look crazy. But then if you build it up like I have, you can really make it like intense. All right, so I've got you guys zoomed in. We're finished with my face now, and we're going to move on to the eyes. I have a little eye palette here that I've made up just with all the shades, so I'm not really sure what kind of eye look I want to do. I think I want to do warm tones on one side and then cool tones on the other side. I don't know, I feel like that's a cool idea. I'm pretty sure these two shades here are eyebrow shades, and then the rest of them are eyeshadow shades. So the best thing about like palettes like these are that you don't have to use the pans exactly for what they're intended for. Like I have this shade here, which is CP4 Mocha, which is actually a contour bronzing pan, and I really want to use this on the eyes because it's like a really gorgeous color. I think I'm going to start off by going in with this shade, which is medium brown EB4. This is actually one of the eyebrow pans, and I'm just going to start blending this out in my crease. For like an eyebrow pan, that's blending out really nicely, and I really like this color. You guys know I love like my warm tone eyeshadows. I love them. And I haven't had like any fallout as well, and I've been going in. I've been going in with this eyeshadow. And then just taking that same shade, and I'm going to run it along the lower lash line as well. And I'm just going to keep dipping back in. I'm just kind of like packing this on the lower lash line and making sure it connects in the outer corner. So far this pan's like working really nicely though, especially for a shade that's not intended to be a eyeshadow. Now I'm just taking a clean brush and just diffusing the lower lash line. So I've now just started adding a little bit more definition in the crease of my eye, and what I'm doing is I'm still using that medium brown EB4, which is the eyebrow powder, but I've also started mixing in a little bit of Dark Skies, which is number E57, and then I'm just like running it nice and lightly through the crease and just slowly starting to diffuse this. It just kind of adds like a really nice amount of depth. And then I'm going to go in and do my lower lash line using those same shades. And I'm just going to start working this along the lower lash line. These eyeshadows have like no fallout. They're not like the most pigmented eyeshadows so far, like especially the mattes. But I think it's actually really good for beginners because you don't want like a whole ton of pigment. You want something that's like easy to build up and isn't going to like be crazy straight away. Sometimes when eyeshadows are like a little bit too pigmented, they don't end very well and it can get a bit crazy. But these are actually, they're like nicely building up. Like I'm actually pretty impressed with how they're coming out so far. I'm going to take CP4 Mocha, which is one of the contour bronzing pans, and I'm going to get a decent amount of this on a fluffy brush. And I'm going to start working this into the crease of my eye. I'm also going to pack it on the outer corner. I'm going to do the same with the lower lash line as well. And then I'm going to switch to a clean brush and just start to diffuse that color out into the other shades we've already got down. Okay, so while I was off camera, I just continued building up those shades in the crease, outer corners, and the lower lash line. And then I think I want to do green on this eye and then maybe gold on the other eye. But I don't know, because I have these two really cool green shades. So what I'm going to do now is go in with a little bit of concealer and I'm going to do a cut crease on each eye. So I'm just using a flat concealer type of brush to spread the concealer over my eyelids, and we're kind of just covering like the first 3/4 of the eye. Try and make sure that these are as even as possible as well, because even though we're not doing the same color on each eye, we don't really want like two lopsided eyes. And then once I've kind of mapped out where I want my cut crease to go, I'm just setting straight over that concealer with the shade Paper Doll ES3, I'm not sure, my writing is like terrible. And this is just to stop the concealer from setting into our little eyelid wrinkles. We'll just set it down nicely and stop it from going anywhere. And I'm going to go back in with the brush that I was using to blend in the crease and the outer corner before, and I'm just going to start slowly blending whatever's left over onto the outer corner of my cut crease. And you guys can see it just kind of diffuses it really nicely. And I'm going to take the shade Moss, which is ES15, and it's just a really cool like shimmery green shade. So I'm just kind of pressing this onto the eye, and then there's a little bit of fallout with this shade, so I'm just kind of dusting it away with a clean brush. And then I'm going to dip into Khaki, which is ES10, and this one's just a slightly lighter green. And I'm just going to put this one closer to like the inner corner. I mean, not the inner corner, but like the center of like the lid. And then taking a clean brush, I'm just going to ever so lightly diffuse the green on this outer corner. So these shimmers work a lot better if you use your finger to apply the product. There's a lot of fallout with these shimmers, but they're really, really pretty. Like, I really like these two green shades. And then for the inner corner area of the eye, I'm going to go back in with Peach Dreams, which is actually the highlighting shade that we used. Because it's such a nice mix between like a matte and a shimmer, I feel like it's just going to add just a little bit of extra something to the inner corner area. Rather than just having like a full matte inner corner area, it kind of just ties in a little bit better with the shimmers. Then moving back to the cool toned eye, we're going to jump in with the shade Foxy, which is ES5. It's just a really nice coppery, like bronze kind of shade. And I'm basically doing the exact same thing as the left eye. Just dusting off that brush and again dipping into that same Peach Dreams shade. I'm going to use this to kind of blend into that shimmer. So that's basically it for the two eye looks. I am going to go in and just add a little bit of eyeliner now. I just want to do a little bit of a wing for each eye because I just feel like it'll kind of tie everything together. Pretty sure my wings completely different, but it's okay. It's okay. We have two different eyeshadow looks on anyways, doesn't matter. Just applying some lashes now. These are just like some super fluffy, fluttery ones. I don't know what these are called because I've had them for like the longest time ever, and I just kept them in like a separate little container. Like I don't have the box for them anymore. Man, I forgot how easy it was to put on lashes when you have eyeliner on. It's so easy. Well, this eye, all the old lash glue that's just like in there. Like this one, she just did her tax, like she just walked the dog, she's done all the washing for the week, she washed the dishes, her kids are in college, she's flying first class to Paris. This one lives on the freaking swamp with Shrek. This is Shrek's swamp. She's been avoiding her taxes for 20 years. She's about to get audited. She's married to her brother cousin. That's what's going on with this eye right now. So those are the two individual eye looks completed. I'm actually really happy with how they came out. I can't even pick which one I like better. I love them both. I'm going to finish off each individual eye look with a different lip color. I wasn't going to at first, but then I thought about it and I was like, duh, why didn't I do that as well? I'm using 2 of the Girl Boss Demi Matte Lip Creams from Australis. I smelled one of these before and they smell damn good. It's like, oh, it smells like the purple Hubba Bubba. Oh, it's like grape scented. It's so nice. They smell seriously so good. Like, I want my house to smell like this. I've smelled it too many times now, I can't smell it anymore. So I'm using the shade Empower on the left side, which is the more cool tone side of my face. I really like this color. Alright, I'm gonna try the shade Hustle. And then obviously I want it to be a little bit blended. So I'm going to create like an ombre. And then to blend them, I'm just blotting my finger over. It looks great. So many people cringe when I do it, but I personally love like a blotted lip. Alright guys, so these are the 2 final looks. I honestly don't know which one that I prefer because I really do love both of them. I do wish that I did this one a little bit more cool toned, but at the same time I feel like I've captured my casiness in both of the looks, even though they are different. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up because that definitely helps me out and kind of helps me determine what videos to continue doing in the future. And if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you do that before you leave. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I will see you guys in my next video. Banana cream pilot? Oh no. More definition, yes. Where is a freaking mirror? Yes. So just, oh, fuck, I keep dropping these. Just sort of to, what am I saying? I found it. Where is a mirror? I need a goddamn mirror. Kind of get, why does my face look purple right there? Is that a smudge on my screen? Yeah, it was. Kim Kardashian. CP5 Hazelnut. Oh my god, I picked this up the wrong way. My face. I'm going to finish. Oh! Why can't I talk? To my nose. Oh, did it again. I look crazy. Can you guys hear a phone ringing? There's like someone outside calling someone on the phone and I can hear it. In my house.
Your room looks cool.
Is that a dig?
No, I'm saying it looks cool.
Why? Because it's messy. Oh, I just hit myself in the fucking mouth.